lights out. The light out here is real bad. Early in the morning, 5 o'clock a.m. again. But hey, you know, if this keeps me healthy, keeps me from having to get a pacemaker, hey, I'm doing it. Oh man. Well, one of the things I want to get out today, I want to talk about in this training video, and this is a real serious message out to my recruits. Any business you're in, you need to have a reason for that business. You need to believe in it, in what you do. It helps you get a certain confidence that you gotta have. You know, when you choose to be in a particular industry, and when you make a choice, you say, well, I want to do this. You choose your particular path of how you want to earn extra income. If you're going to choose to invest in real estate, get into the real estate industry, you need to have a why. And the reason why I tell people that is because it gets tough sometimes, and then there is this stuff called rejection. And rejection can get ugly. Some people can, kind of say stuff that is downright mean and nasty and ugly. And you don't need to be shaken. But then too, more importantly, you'll run across people that you respect, and they'll tell you some, solid, basic reasons why, you shouldn't be selling, real estate, flipping houses, selling insurance and investments and annuities, why you shouldn't be doing Uber. People, they'll come up with some stuff that actually sounds, like it's solid and, makes sense, when obviously it doesn't. So what I want to talk about today is I want to give my people, my group, my 5 people, another nugget, another golden nugget, basic reason why we do what we do. We are in an industry, when it comes to insurance, is we do retirement planning and estate planning, because we can do something with our license that is unique, that without the license, it can't be done. Okay, I always pretty much for the past 6 years now, I've done my continuing education in the areas of estate planning and retirement planning, and that's what I do. The bulk of my continuing editing, at least 12 to 18 hours, in that area. And I try to look for continuously the more challenging continuing education courses to do that in. And when it comes to estate planning, you gotta understand something, and this is really important. You just really gotta grasp a hold of the reality that, people, it can't be done without us. You can't leave an estate properly, with the proper tax treatments without us. It can't be done. Like, you can't, if you're in a car accident, you got to go to the hospital. You can't go home and take a Tylenol. If you're having a baby, it's best to go to the hospital. Maybe you could do it at home. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you can deliver a baby at home. But that's only good up until about the second contraction. Every woman out there, a lot of women start off with, I'm gonna have this baby at home, around my family. And then that first contraction, they're like, okay, I'm cool. That second one hit, take me to the hospital. Okay. And finally, if you wanna work out and lose weight, exercise, yeah, you can do it, yourself at home, or you can join a gym and get a trainer. You can get a gym membership that comes with the trainer. You just simply, they have classes, and then you simply, by paying your $10, $20 a month, you go when the class is held. And yeah, you probably gonna lose weight a lot better, quicker, faster, whatever, and healthier if you go to the gym, to the class with the trainer. Okay, that's what we are. Okay, trying to do what we do without us is just not a good idea. It's somewhere between those two extremes. It's somewhere in between having been in a car accident, talking about you're just gonna go home and walk it off, which is crazy, doesn't make any sense why you would do that, why you would not get professional help. And on the other end, it's simply saying, I just want to lose some weight, and not go to the gym where they have classes with an instructor who can show you. Between those two extremes, that's what trying to set up your own estate. What we do, and this is really important, is because of the legal protection plan that we offer. Okay. No, it doesn't cover you if your teenage son gets caught shoplifting, 2 states away while he's in college. He calls you and says, Dad, I'm in jail. For what? They call me shoplifting. No, it's not going to help you there. What it is completely good at, totally covers and totally pays for itself, is giving you a lawyer to put together your estate planning needs. And it's nothing cheaper. I know, and I will tell you, and I've gone and I've taken this little seminar, webinar class of, there's a lady who coaches attorneys doing estate planning and starting an estate planning business. And she recommends how you can make, 6 figures a month, charging, $4,000, $5,000, $7,000, $8,000 fees to do estate planning, to set up a will, trust, in such a way as to, you'll do generation skipping, pour over trusts, testamentary trusts, life estates, living wills, $4,000 she coaches attorneys and says that's your minimum fee. $4,000 you walk away. $4,000 to set that up. Our legal protection plan, $26. Okay? Now, and this is the other good part. You're gonna love this. Because how long would you have to keep $26 a month plan to get where you spend $4,000? Pretty good while. Okay, do the math. That's $300 some odd dollars a year. Not quite $400. So that's at least 10 years. Let's just say $400 a year. Okay, that's at least 10 plus years. Okay, before you hit $4,000, which is the minimum fee. Okay, all right. But then you got to understand now, when you go home to be with the Lord, all that has to be handled by an attorney to carry out the trust. The will has to be probated. How much will that cost? Well, that's going to cost 5 to 10% of your estate. If you're one of our clients and you have a 7-figure estate, well, 5 to 10%, that's 6 figures. That's 5 figures easy. That's 5 minimum. That's $50,000 minimum. Okay, on top of the $4,000 to $8,000 you pay getting in, and it's $50,000 minimum on your family. What does it cost? Without a legal protection plan, $0. If at the time your legal protection plan is current, when you go home to be with the Lord, your family pays $0. There is $0 administration costs, which is one of the biggest liquidity issues for an estate, is the administration costs. Okay? What is it going to cost? You need a trustee of this estate, right? Yeah, of course you do. Okay. Well, you can hire a professional like a person like us who has access to trust services through the companies, okay, that we're affiliated with. Point blank, plain and simple. We're talking about saving any person who builds up an estate. Our ability to what we can save is par none, which means we actually lead the field in that ability to do that. In other words, that is a competitive edge. That is our unique selling point, okay, when it comes to estate planning, okay? Charles Schwab advertises, their money back guarantee, okay, unique selling point. We offer 0 administration costs for estate planning and trusts, okay? That's a unique selling point, okay? That people gotta know that you have the power to go and meet people with. You have the power and ability to set up someone's an estate. Meaning, let me tell you what that means, okay? One of the biggest issues, especially in the African American community, with what happened with African Americans, there was a point we owned 12 million acres of land at one point in time, and by 1972, that dwindled down to less than half. How did the majority of that land leave possession of African Americans? Because we're talking about that buildup of land ownership built up, after, end of Reconstruction. Started in the middle of Reconstruction on up till by 1972, African Americans lost, 70% of their land that they owned. I mean, they bought themselves. The 40 acres of mule, that was taken back completely. Meaning those few African Americans who did get the 40 acres of the mule on that little temporary basis, it wasn't like that little small test market got to keep the 40 acres before the complete rollout. The beta on the 40 acres of mule, they didn't get to keep it. It was taken back. No, we're not talking about that. I'm talking about how African Americans, by pulling themselves up by their own bootstraps, came out of slavery and acquired land themselves, okay? And no, they were not allowed to go to Oklahoma or Oregon, and be settlers and go and settle 500 acres of land like everyone else. These states wrote state constitutions that explicitly prohibited African Americans from being able to settle there. They had sundial laws, literally like, okay, if you come into the Constitution, when they chartered the state constitution said if African Americans came in, they spent the night, more than one night. Some gave 30 days, okay. Some were nicer. Some states were nicer, gave 30 days. But they had to be out, by sundown. And of course, for 30 days in some cases. Elsewise, they could be whipped, with 30 lashes, 40 lashes, what have you, and that increased if they caught you there another 30 days. It was, until you could be beaten to death. Wow, God. Okay. So I'm talking about how African Americans earned their own land, pulled themselves up by their own bootstraps without any government assistance. They weren't given that government aid, okay? That wasn't available to them. And so the question was, how did they lose that 12 to 20 million acres of land that they acquired through blood, sweat, and tears? Well, they lost it basically through lack of there's no other way to say it, estate planning. I mean, to make it a simple word, an easy explanation, how it was set up to be inherited. Estates weren't probated. Mama, daddy, they worked, bought the land, paid it off, had a 7-year note, paid it off in 5. They owned the land free and clear in their name, paid the property taxes on time every year. Okay? All right? And when they passed away, there was no succession plan. There was no estate plan. So it was just heir property. Okay, listen, this is serious. They had 12 kids, 'cause that's just the way it was done back then. They had 8, 10, 12, 14, some 20 kids. Okay, in that era, that's just what was done. All 12 kids are heirs. Well, mom and daddy passed away. Mama just got daddy passed away. Mama got a child share. So it's now 13 people equally own the land. Well, if just one sibling decides, you know what, I'm going to try my luck in Chicago, Detroit, New York, and they decide to sell, they couldn't. And if the rest of the siblings weren't prepared financially to pay that one sibling for their rightful share, the whole plot of land, the judge, the person who wanted to buy that one share, that one sibling, 1/13, okay, could go to the courthouse and say all of it, all 40 acres, be sold. Yeah, and if all 12 now, mama and the other 11 siblings, if they don't have the money that the judge comes down with the gavel at the price for, they don't have the money, guess who gets it at that price? That's right, that person who wanted to buy that one sibling's share. Yes. No estate planning. There was no plan. Land lost. Millions of acres of land. Okay? We have a legal protection plan that we can offer our people that removes completely that problem. It is a unique selling point. It is a reason to get up and want to go talk to people confidently. Okay? $26 a month. Y'all don't hear me. Remove that issue. Keep your land in the family forever. Forever. You can set up a complete plan. That's what we do. We have annuities. We have the ability to provide lifetime income that can carry over to a beneficiary. And the child that you say, you can pick one of your children that you feel got the most sense, or the one that you see got a commitment to take care of things, and say, I'm gonna have a carryover, pour over, testamentary, trust, whichever applies for your situation, in an annuity. All right, I'm gonna make this child a beneficiary. I'm gonna have another person that's a contingent beneficiary, then have an institution called a law firm or a bank, trust department as trustee. Okay? So that there's someone who's, not connected, someone who's non-partial, who's just a professional, that's what they do, okay, as the trustee, to make sure things are handled properly and it's taken care of in the name of this particular child, okay? That you choose to say, I want this, well, I believe this is gonna be the person I leave in the care of for my children's children's children, okay? And then and what you mean is that child will do the same thing, simply meaning that child gets with you. So you actually gonna do 2 estate plans. Okay, not one. You're never gonna do one. Once you get in the household and get one client, you actually got 2. Okay? I want y'all to go out with confidence talking to people, my 5 people. Okay? You're never talking to one, you're talking to two. When you set up an estate plan, you're never setting up one estate plan, you're setting up two. Because whoever that parent chooses as a beneficiary has got to get an estate plan also, so that it goes from child to grandchild, and that child is now given the instructions of this is how it's done to teach his or her child to do the same, and it keeps going on and on and on, and you have a book of business that you can leave your children. Everybody, this is something that I had to give to explain that we don't just slang insurance, okay? That's not what we do. We don't just slang it, that's not enough. We save people's financial lives, okay? We talking about righting wrongs. We talking about the African American Leadership Council, okay? Set up for this reason because African Americans, we had a unique journey through this country, which leaves us with a unique set of circumstances, okay? That we particularly need these services. They're for everybody, okay? And our people need it particularly so. So all it is the same financial products and tools. What it is, though, is the assistance. It's tailored towards our own people, okay? In our company, which I'm an independent rep, I pulled up a list. It was 200 pages long of the leaders when it comes to assets under management. Okay. I never get to talk with my brother-in-law, so I had to go. I want to get $100 million in assets under management. I said, that's pretty good. Then I looked online and looked at the leaderboard. The number 100 out of the top 100, the 100th person on the leaderboard in assets under management had over $1 billion. The number one person had $36 billion in assets under management. The company has over $600 billion in assets under management. 600 billion. 600 billion. It blew my little $100 million goal out the water. Okay. What am I saying? African American Leadership Council collectively has probably right around close to $10 billion in assets under management. What am I saying? I'm saying, who else is gonna provide this, do this for our community? Our unique, distinct, special community of African Americans, of which I'm a proud member. I remember anything else. Proud American. Come from a line of men who served their country. Okay? We wore the American flag on our arms. Okay? Of that unique, distinct, special group of people. Stolen from Africa. Brought to America. Okay? All right? Resisted under slavery. 200 years. Plus years. That's slaves, 1619. This is the year of coming home. Okay? 2019. Hey, 400 years. What is it out there? Find it for me. Show me. Okay? Yeah, well, because it's not enough to simply say, it is not enough simply to say, well, the information's out there now. Our people can go out and just find out all the stuff on there. No, they're not. It's not gonna happen. Not unless you get out there. Not unless you five people. Unless you five people, myself included. Unless we get out there and get on that grind and get that out there and explain that to people. And that's it now. Because see, when you understand your actual responsibility, what your role is to educate people. It's not to convince people, it's to educate people. It is not about, it removes a certain amount of burden or expectation that can cause severe disappointment or rejectionitis, okay? Because you're simply coming in a position to educate people. I can only imagine that teachers who have 20 years experience, they come in and they provide a quality education out there. And at a classroom with 20 kids, 5 are gonna get like, yeah, they're gonna get it. They're gonna get that way by doing the work. Okay. 10 are gonna halfway do the work. Okay. And 5 people just gonna show up and just be in the room. Okay. Does the teacher feel rejected because only 5 people actually took the lesson seriously? Of course not. They come in every day, they hit that grind and teach those 5. And that they know when they throw the seed out, it's falling on good ground. Okay? But you know, 10 have a choice to make. 10 of the students got a choice to make. They go either way. Okay? 5 have made a choice. 10, half the class has made a choice. 5 have made a choice to get the lesson. 5 have made a choice not to. 10, they on the fence. They could go either way. They're neither hot nor cold. Okay? They're neither. Okay? I'm not gonna get into the scripture on that, but that's just reality. 10 are neither hot nor cold. They go anyway, depending on where the wind blows. The wind blows a certain direction, northeasterly, you know, they'll bend in that direction. And that's what we're here for. We're here for those 5 people, okay, that you know. And if you don't get out there and get those 5. Now, what I found, though, this is what happens. This is what happens, okay. Well, Margaret Collins started her school with 5 students. Well, it was some small number. And people saw the excellency in the product, the outcome. Because 5 people said, no, my child needs this. My child needs this too. So I'm gonna pay money. They made a sacrifice. And when people saw the excellence, you know, the outcome, it drew in huge numbers of folks saying, I want that. And the demand, the expectation was put upon the children. Look, you finna go to that class, you finna sit down, you finna shut up, be quiet, you gonna learn your lesson. Okay, you finna get some of this. Because the expectation of parents was now raised. So that's what happens with your business. When you do an excellent job for 5 people, but you talk to 20, okay? Don't get your heart dismayed. Because 15 of them people, 10 could have gone anyway, and 5 just said, 5 gave you indigestion. Matter of fact, let me just gonna say it like it is. 5 people got on the phone and told their people don't do any business with you. Okay, they beat you up. 10 of the people just like, oh, okay, they didn't do anything, but neither did they badmouth you either. They let you just go, okay, no, it's not for me. And they left it at that. 10 people said, that's okay, I'm good. 5 people got on the phone and called 3 people and talked about you bad. But 5 people got with the program, you saved their lives, they said as much, and everyone that they knew, they referred to you, okay? And as those 5 people's situations showed excellence, returns, results, because they got with you, okay? Other people are gonna be drawn in, okay? That's the way it is in life. And until you're willing to go through those 5 naysayers, the ones that's actually gonna, like I said, they go 5 people gonna pick up the phone and talk about you. Yeah, do you know what that fool came to my house talking about? Ain't about that stuff. Ain't that network marketing? MLM. Not knowing that that system is what allows anybody and everybody to get in. Just that simple. Anybody, everybody can get in. Because that's the system. Okay, and give everyone an opportunity. Meaning it's the most democratic possible. You gotta understand something. That number one guy with $36 billion in assets under management, he's part of that same MLM. That person with the $1.5 billion, number 100. Okay? He paid the same $99. Took the class, studied, passed the test. Okay? All right? So it's the most democratic, or it's what makes capitalism work. Okay? When you can see that, that's when capitalism works. All right? So, I get that to you. Check it out. Be blessed. Hey, remember, this is Sales Mastery.